This is a Blackshirt Breakdown brought to you by Advanced Medical Imaging, 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. I'll be posting these, especially when you get good tape like this. This is Minnesota's passing game when they want to take a shot. It's going to be look-see motion against a cover 2 look. Ohio State does not need to cover it or disguise it right here. They're letting you know they feel like they can out-execute you. And it's against 12 personnel, but Ohio State's personnel in their first and second levels is better than Minnesota's personnel athletically, so they can show you're going to cover 2. And the way that they run it, they go into a 3-man rush instead of a 4-man rush, so they're able to use their super athletic defensive end and outside or inside linebacker, outside linebacker to essentially in and out on number 3 and allow their 2 best athletes to take away the seam. Minnesota out executed Ohio State right here. There's a little bit of Ohio State out thinking themselves, and it's a hard position to beat. This right here for a linebacker being on one side of the hash, knowing that you got to cover this much field, is something that you haven't done. It's actually a good play call for Minnesota because usually Caleb Downs in the really good cover linebacker or nickel is going to go towards the slot, which this motion is meant to see if you're in man or zone, but then this becomes the slot once you see it right here, and I'll pause it. See, now it becomes the slot. There goes Caleb Downs. So you dictated what Ohio State can do. Nebraska, this would be Singleton, Javen Wright, or Shavers, or maybe even Dawson Merritt right here, right? And so now you're reading up here 2-1. And if he goes up vertical, you have him on the seam and you got to run with him. Safety help. You want to widen him, play hard and underneath, and get into his hip pocket while you're reading to potentially getting the number 1 coming in to your area. Now, if he doesn't go right away, right, then you don't go to 1. Now he's widening. You can really know that you have to run with him, and always err on the side of caution playing deep to short against cover 2, especially when you have this much area to cover. You see it right here. Styles drops him. Good job by the quarterback. Explosive play. Look for Minnesota to try to do this, especially if they're trying to get the momentum, they're trying to do early on the road, or get back the momentum when they get in between take a shot area, 40 to 40. Explosive play against an excellent defense right here, and they out executed. It was actually a really good defensive play call against this passing concept. It actually was a really good execution by Minnesota of a tricky detail of really playing the linebackers' responsibilities against them, knowing that Caleb Downs was going to take away their number 1 option, which was down at the bottom of the screen. So we're going to let this play out here and get to the other view, which is really, really good. I want you to look at Styles right here. The communication, look at the quarterback, right? They're reading somebody. We're going to get going. We're going to put it on number 0 right here. This isn't a mistake. This is actually just a learning process right here. Watch this. Once you see the numbers go out, you generally drop him. He comes back in. I've been there before. You're like, oh, crap, I messed up. Good play there. You even see it after that. So be aware for that for Nebraska. Once Minnesota potentially gets towards the 40, or either our 40 or their 40, take a shot to try to get the momentum or keep the momentum. But either way, Nebraska should be able to defend this with their defense and their athletes at the first and second level, and the third on the back end.